Welcome everybody to another episode of 80s and 90s Rewind the Times, to show all 80s and 90s and Batman and pretty much everything. Today I wanted to continue my Batman rankings. Kind of still riding off the high of watching Batman, the new Batman from 2022 this year. It's a great movie. I gave my ranking of my villains and of how I feel about all the Batman. Today I want to do the ranking of Batmobiles. There are seven live action versions that I'm gonna rank, and just tell you a little bit about them and why I like them. I know for a fact that there's gonna be some controversy in some of these, because some of these, like I said, this is my opinions. These are my personal likes. Some of these are nostalgic because growing up on them and seeing some of these, so seeing these for the first time and the memories I have and stuff like that. So, but I'm gonna start off with number 7, and number 7. Batman from Batman and Robin, the 1997 one. Not a big fan of this at all. It's very, very bright. This Batmobile is also a one-seater and it has no canopy on top, so it kind of looks like a sports dragster car. Not at all a fan of it. This Batmobile is definitely made to sell. It was more intended for kids. It has more of a lighter tone to it. Not a fan at all of the 1997 Batman and Robin. I will watch it because I can watch any Batman movie, even the old serials from 1943 and 1949. But I'm just not a fan of this Batmobile. So coming at number 7, it is unfortunately the Batmobile from Batman and Robin 1997. Number 6 is, well, the one right before it, Val Kilmer's Batman Forever, the Batmobile from 1995's Batman Forever. The thing about this Batmobile is it has a little bit different things. First of all, this Batmobile has its wheels where they can turn sideways. A lot of the Batmobiles could not turn, they could not make quick turns. And that's dating back to 1966 Batmobile, which I'll talk about. What's cool about this Batmobile is it does have its wheels kind of turn in, so the car kind of can slide out of the way. There was a scene where Tommy Two-Face is shooting at Batman, and the wheels kind of turn in, and the car slides across, which is pretty interesting. There's a grappling hook in the front of the car where it can shoot up to high buildings, and it has exhausters that kick in behind that force it so you can climb up buildings and stuff. But then again, what is Batman doing climbing up buildings and stuff? But you never know. It's something different. It was a different add to the Batmobile. Which I thought was pretty cool. Like I said, it has jet boosters in the rear of it, and and underneath it, which is pretty interesting. This car is known for having tons of fins on it. It looks like a shark fin. There are tons and tons of fins on it. That's the first thing I noticed when you notice this car. Besides it being very bright too, it looks like a shark fin. There's 2 fins on the sides, 1 fin on the top. Coming in at number 6 is the Batman Forever Batmobile. Coming in at number 5, and this is where some controversy might stop, but this is just how I feel. It's the BVS in the Justice League Batmobile. I was never a big fan of it. It looks like a tank and a car put together, and not in a good way. I don't like how it has these weird things across the wheels, in the front of the wheels. It looks kind of odd. And there's one thing that I do not like at all, that once you notice it, you cannot unnotice it, is in the back of the car. It looks like these two wings. It's right in the very, very back of the car, where the back of the window would be on the Batmobile, and it looks like flies, like wings on a fly. And when you see it, it's almost unseeable now. Every time I watch the movie, that's all I see. Whenever the car bounces and the parademons are on top of it, or if Aquaman or the Flash is on top of it, all I notice is these wings that are on it, and it makes it kind of makes it hard for me to look at it. I'm not a big fan of it at all. Obviously, it's coming in at number 5 on my list. The thing that I do like about Batman and that Batman era, I guess you want to say, Ben Affleck's Batman, is it is a tribute to Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. And I do like at the end of the scene that in the Justice League, he does have the Bat Tank That I thought was so fucking cool. I was standing on top of the bat tank, which I thought was so interesting. I thought that was so cool. Um, but the Batmobile for Justice League and BVS, I'm not a big fan of. And that is number 5. So coming in at number 4, from 4 on, this was hard. From 4 to 1, this was very, very hard. I like all these a lot. So it's kind of hard to really, I really thought about what I like about this, compared to that. But number 4 would be 2005 Batman Begins, the Bane, the Batman, the Tumbler. It looks like a tank. It doesn't look like any Batmobile we've ever seen before. It's very manly, very butchy, very like it's a man's man, I guess you want to say. It's a tank. I mean, what's cool about it is this front near the tires you have 2 cannons, 2 fire cannons that shoot. Because remember, in the Dark Knight Rises, in the Dark Knight, when the tumbler crashes, remember the bat pod comes out of it. Remember the wheels explodes and that bat. I love that Batman, that vehicle. That thing is so cool looking. It kind of like breaks off and goes on its own thing, and it has the guns in the front, the 2 guns, which I think is really cool. It's got a missile launcher on the top. It can climb roofs, as you've seen in the movie. I do like it. Like I said, from 4 on to 1 is very hard for me, but I do like the Tumbler. I think it's a very, very interesting take on the Batmobile. It's not something that we've seen in any version, and still to this day. Maybe just the Dark Knight Returns with the Bat tank, but that's not his main Batmobile in that car. Ben Affleck has a Batmobile, so it's pretty cool. Coming at number 3, and maybe another controversy one, but this is 2002's The Batman, Robert Pattinson's car. It is a sports car, completely a sports car. It is cool. I like the blue on it. It's so different. It's got like looks like NOS extinguishers where you type it in, it just the car just fucking blasts. As you see, if anyone's seen the movie, it blasts through cars on the highway and through flames and stuff. So that was it's really cool looking. It's a sports car. It's a man's car. It's very, very different. I do like it a lot. It's so interesting. I like the take on it, and it's really, and that's one of my favorite movies. So definitely one of the best Batman movies that we've seen in a while. Number 2, this is 2 and 1. Going back and forth. Which one do I like more? Which one do I like less? Like, why do I like this? Why do I like that? But number 2 is the Batman 1966 Batmobile, Adam West's. This car, it's so cool, man. It's so iconic. When you think, anyone that grew up in the 60s or even to the 70s and even up to the 80s, that was the Batmobile. That was the most iconic Batmobile. And it's got a cool backstory to it. When they were filming the Batman TV show, there was 3 weeks left to filming the first episode. Well, I'm sorry, for the first episode to air on TV. So they're filming all these episodes, and they have no Batmobile. They have no Batmobile car. They had nothing. So they end up buying the rights to it. It was supposed to be a Ford Lincoln future car, and they bought it for $1. So they went up to a customizer, his name was George Barris, and they asked him if they could turn this car into a Batmobile. And it was like driving a boat. It looks like a boat. I've heard stories from Adam West and everything talking about it. There's a 2-seater because Robin does sit in it. But what's cool about it is, just like the other cars, this car cannot turn. God forbid if you hit a pothole or a bump, you're going to go flying off of it. But another thing I thought that was really interesting is the car never went past like 35 miles an hour, which I thought was so interesting. I didn't know that. Obviously in the TV show and stuff like that, the scenes are revved up to make it go faster, like sped up to make it go faster, but the car did not go, I think, past 35 or 40 miles an hour, he was saying. So I thought that was pretty interesting, because in the Batmobile, it's going to go on these high-speed chases, and chasing villains and this and that. But yeah, it was not very fast. But it's funny because in the TV show, how like a lot of these Batmobiles can't make turns. Some of them use grappling hooks to swing onto something and turn. But what's cool about it is when it does make turns, it uses the emergency bat pull, and the parachutes come out, and Batman actually has his own parachute company that comes and picks him up. So I thought that was interesting. Different take on the Batmobile. Number 1 to me, still is when I think of Batmobiles, this is the most iconic Batmobile in my opinion. I love it. It's Batmobile. It's a Batman 1989 Batman movie with Michael Keaton. When I think of Batmobiles, this is the one that comes to my mind. It always has. It probably always will. This one and Adam West, they're always back, neck and neck. This is really cool, man, because there's a grappling hook on the side. There's machine guns on the top. It shoots out grenades out of the tires, which is what I thought was so was pretty cool. There's a hydro. There's like a hydro lift where you can see in Batman Returns, because pretty much the Batmobile and Batman Returns and Batman is the same thing. Just maybe just in Batman Returns, just add a few more things, like the hydraulic lift. There's a scene where in Batman Returns where a guy is dressed as Satan and he's shooting out fire, and the Batmobile puts down this hydraulic lift and it lifts and turns the car and shoots out fire back, like kind of like a fuck you. And that's pretty cool. It shoots out discs on the side. The Bat Return car. It opens up and these discs shoot out and it hits the villains. But I love the Batmobile from 1989. When I live in the New England area, so when I go to Six Flags and stuff, they used to have it. Always have it there, and it was one of the highlights of the day to go and see like a model of it. It was a giant model of it. It was pretty cool. I've had pictures taken with it and stuff, so I thought that was pretty interesting. So I debated about this all day. Finally want to get this video out before I go lay down. I got work tonight. I am going to do another video. I want to do a video of the Batmobiles from the animated series. I didn't realize how many Batmobiles are in the cartoon series and stuff. I'm not going to do like the Lego movie or nothing like that. I'm going to do it from like the Batman TV shows, like Beware the Batman, The Batman, a Batman the animated series, Batman Beyond. I'm going to do stuff like that. I'm gonna rank the Batmobiles based on that. So listen, I hope everybody's having a blessed day. It's beautiful out here where I am today in Rhode Island. It's nice and warm. My girlfriend's away helping her family. My best friend's at work. I'm watching the kids, having a great day today. I'm in a very, very good mood. So I just gotta work tonight. That's something that sucks. But hope everybody continues to have a blessed day. Remember God first and family. And I'll see you in my next video. So everyone take care and peace. See you later, guys.